Good morning. Welcome to the Weather Channel Morning Live. Oh gosh, my name's Autumn. This is my husband Richard. We go live here on our YouTube channel every Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. You can also catch us on our other channel, Watch Autumn Keto, where we go live every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern for hashtag Hawaka Wednesday, which we will not. Which we will not be doing this week because I'll be out of town for work. And speaking of being out of town for work, today is a busy day. That's what the title of today's video is: busy start to the year, because I'm hitting the ground, being running. You know what I'm talking about? I got a lot to do. So today's live will be short because I have work to do. I've been up doing work, and I'll be doing work when this is done. I got some t-shirts to make and ship.
You and me both.
I have.
Talking about work, not t-shirts.
Okay, what's that? And then I have some actual work that needs to be done before I go out of town for work.
Yes.
Like I have some jobby type job work. Like I stayed at the office. I stayed at the office till 7 o'clock and I still didn't finish. And I was like, you know what? It's too dark. Like on Friday, and I was like, let me go home. So today is the day I plan to wrap up that work. Yay. And then I also have to pack, which y'all know I don't like doing the day before, you know, but we have to leave at like 7 in the morning tomorrow. So I've got to be all the way packed. So today is just a busy day. Gigi's here, says, good morning, Weathers. What's the forecast? It's cold. The weather has turned, bro. I mean, but it's January. It's January. So, yeah. Husner's here says, good morning, Weathers and Weathers Chasers. We have enough snow to cover everything. Oh, that's crazy. We don't have snow, but it's cold. Joyce is here, says, hello, my amazing white family, fantabulous fine Weathers. Barry's here, says, hey, all. Happy, sensational sunny Sunday. I love that. That is, yeah, I love that feeling. B16 here says, good morning. Joe Ray says, good morning. I'm surprised I'm awake. Girl, you say that every Sunday. Either wake up or stay asleep. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not surprised you're awake because whenever, like, you're on here, so that means you're awake. We're glad that you're here. How are things working out? Is your house new? How's things working out in your new house, or have you been there for a few months? Like, how's it going? Swelson's here. Says, good morning, everyone. New house creaks. Yeah. Brianna's here. Says, happy Sunday, Whack fam.
Yay. Good morning, Brianna.
Yeah.
And Swilson.
Yeah. So I am making some shirts for Dave from Niche Cake, and it was kind of like a rush order. Yeah. And so, like, it's just a lot of time and energy and effort, which I'm happy to do for like Dave and Niche Cakes, but I just got a lot to do.
And did he randomly hit you up about these shirts?
Yeah, he emailed me like, hey, Autumn, love the shirts you did for us. We need more, and we need them now. Nice. So, you know, it's so these are like a one-off project that like since I didn't have, since there wasn't enough time to do them, make them my regular way, I'm having to like pretty much, it's a lot more manual. So it's a lot more time and energy and effort, but like, I'm okay with that. But it's just the fact that it all needs to be done today before I have to leave. Like if I could have it into next week, if I could do it before and after work, that'd be fine. But I was like, oh crap, I'm literally going to be out of town. I've got to get that done this weekend. So
because you ain't taking the cricket
and the press with you. I know, right?
And you can if you want to.
No, I literally can't. Shelly's here. Says, happy Sunday, Whack fam. I'm about to take you guys out on a rainy walk. I'll be ear hustling. Well, that's amazing. Thank you. Because that's all the exercise that I'm going to be doing today because I am making shirts.
Yeah, that is your exercise.
I know, right? I very much have like a bicep, you know, thing. Don says, good morning. Still laying in bed, trying to get motivated to get up. Morning, this is your motivation. Some of us do more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day. You know what I'm talking about? So my mom used to say that. It's a military thing. So Mary T's here. Says, good morning to the Weathers and all the Wacky Weathers watchers. It's warmed up wonderfully here. Still lots of snow, but no longer to deep freeze. Wow, snow. That's amazing. There is no snow here. Beth is here. Says, good morning. Weathers and Whack friends.
Yep. Good morning, Beth.
Hoopnit said, Autumn, are you still adding speakers to your Keto Palooza idea list? A friend turned me on to Dr. Mindy Pelz, and I really like her. The friend who's reading the book Fast Like a Girl. I saw her at KetoCon. Really liked her. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was she on stage? I think I remember her too.
She was on stage. I actually introduced her because her and like so Ben Azadi, and then there's one more person in between that, but like they actually all three of their talks went together. Right now the list is full.
Oh, I remember that they had a links conversation where each one talked about it.
It's like a stair step, and I introduced all of that, so I remember that. The list is full, but I'm definitely always adding alternates. Like the list of people is full, but they're not confirmed yet. So I'm always adding alternates in case some of the people I've already reached out to can't make it.
I was gonna say you're again much not like KetoCon and the Orlando Summit.
Yeah.
It's like you don't want a plethora of speakers.
Yeah, there will be 7 or fewer speakers.
Yeah, we don't want too massive where you like, where do I gotta go? Do I talk to them?
And that's why the list is already full, because I only had to write down. Plus, we already know 2 of them speakers are going to be Joe and Rachel and Dr. Barry. So I really don't have that many more people to fill in the blanks.
Showing the stark contrast was like we're more family oriented.
Yeah,
other
exactly.
Places can be more speaker oriented.
Exactly. Yeah, that's not us. But yes, but thank you for that. Definitely I have lots of alternates.
In the loop.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean
is here. It says happy morning after thunderstorms. Well, fans. No rain.
Hey, air frying.
But that sounds amazing.
Yep.
Joyce had been in the new house almost a month now. Most of the boxes are unpacked, but still have some to go through to figure out where to put the stuff. Moving is a lot. But like my whole thing is like, do you need it? Because like if it's been in a box for a month, we try to use it for a month.
That's your thought. That's your thinking.
That's a lot of people's thoughts.
No, more people think and they'll put stuff up slowly.
Jeffrey's here, says go Rams. They're not really playing for anything.
Go till next year.
Exactly.
Go next year, Rams.
Go season ending. Yeah, but that's okay. So
you got the Super Bowl still. You're good. Yeah. You're good for at least 3 or 4 years.
Exactly. You're still definitely around the high of the previous season Super Bowl.
When you want it all.
Yeah.
You can follow.
It's all downhill from there.
You're so cute.
Yeah. So Don said watching all the players kneel in the middle of the field before the game last night brought a tear to my eye. Oh yeah, I was definitely every time there's an update on DeMar Hamlin, I'm just like, oh my God, thank goodness. But I'm also very happy that because I was nervous about, or not nervous, but I was just interested to see how they were going to approach the game, the players, but they're like, he's okay, full speed ahead, and so the
families too.
Yeah, the quality of the game was, so it was. They weren't afraid to give hits and take hits, and it was great to watch football yesterday.
A unique scenario.
That's what I'm just saying.
You can't be.
That's not going to happen every time somebody gets tackled. I mean, literally out of the
strike of lightning.
Million tackles that have been done in the history of the NFL. That's the first time it's ever happened. So I'm the type of person that also depends on statistics in that way of just saying, even though that was crazy that happened. The odds of it and everything aligning for that happen is highly unlikely. So get out there and play that game.
Sports professionally, all the professional sports, there's a risk of severe injury. That's just reality.
And but see, now my only question is, which I'm sure there might have been an update, I just haven't been able to watch, and just what they're gonna do for the missed game. I don't know.
No.
They don't.
Well, they got a whole bunch of flip coins and
see, I don't know the exact I don't know exactly what's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Brianna said moving is the worst. So much work and so expensive. Yeah, I never plan to move again. Number 1, and then number 2, if
yes, you do.
Where are we moving?
You keep saying you want to get a whole new house.
If we move into Costa Rica,
no, you saying you want to build a whole new house.
I do want to build a whole new house. So. Okay,
is it gonna move itself?
But here,
what the heck?
Our house is gonna get up.
I dream of genie.
No, but here's what I will say. There's only a very specific set of circumstances that would cause me to ever move again.
Liam Nielsen.
Yeah, exactly. As a very specific set of skills. Yeah, which is moving is not one of them. So, get off my feet, bro.
For me, it's about the big stuff: couches, chairs.
Well, and so that's another thing. I'm never physically doing that stuff again. We're hiring movers. In my opinion, if you can't afford to hire people, don't move, right?
If you treasure your stuff, don't hire people.
Honestly,
because I'll be
look,
seeing
if we built a new house and from the ground up, we're buying everything. Yes, we're
too old to move myself.
Yeah, we're not moving. We're not moving any of this. None of this is coming with us.
Put the bat signal out and be like family and friends.
Exactly. Will you come do harsh manual labor for a stack of pizzas? No, we're hiring. Yeah. So
a box of chicken.
Yeah, a box of chicken. So yeah, but no, the only way I'm moving, like I said, is if I can move, if it's in this neighborhood on as much or more land that I currently have now and fits my needs perfectly, which highly unlikely, which is why I don't anticipate moving. However, never say never. The opportunity could present itself, Jim and Sheila are here. Says good morning. I'm
Jim and Sheila. Hi. How's it going?
Jerry said most of the unpacked boxes are kids' toys. Just brought some furniture from IKEA to organize those. I love that.
Again, it starts out with the big stuff is easy. It's just the small, where I put this book at, where I put these bookshelves in, these books. Yeah, that's the story that's gonna
clutter.
take a while.
Yeah. Hunter said, I love your number of speakers, enough for a full day of information, leaving time to visit and explore the city. Yeah, exactly. That is what I want, right? And it's funny, every time I get the surveys back, it's like, too many speakers. We don't want any more. Or it's like, you can have more speakers. I'm like, this is why I don't listen to y'all, because they're all over the place. But honestly, when it comes down to it, it is, I hate to say it, like there's going to be as many speakers as I want to have, right? You know, and so I can hear everyone of like the reasoning behind it. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Okay, I can see where you're going there. Okay, but this is how I want to do it, you know? So it's still that, but I do appreciate the difference in the Keto Palooza type conference versus everything else.
Yeah. I love everything you just said.
Yeah. Don said moving does give you a chance to reorganize. You're right. And moving gives you a chance to purge all of the stuff that you don't even want. So
those are called family heirlooms.
No.
And we need to hand those down.
They're called Junkie Jones. Brianna said, years ago, my uncle moved for work. He couldn't find a house he liked, so he hired builders to build him the exact layout of his previous house.
You ain't lying.
No, I would take the opportunity to do something.
You handed me up until the second to last word.
I would do something a little different. I thought like hired a builder to build the exact layout that he wanted in his new home.
Yeah.
Like not
you
of the
had
previous
me until the second to last word. You know, that just means you just need to clean.
Jerry said, I have a couple of boxes that had decorations for living room shelves. I don't have shelves in the living room, but we'll be buying some. Okay, yeah. Go. So it's you're on your way there.
That's what IKEA for.
Yeah. Sherry's here. This is good morning.
Hey, Sherry.
From Franklin, Tennessee. Finally starting to get over this winter virus, cold, sinus, disgusting. Girl, I had all of that. Hope you're staying well.
Welcome to the season.
I am staying well. And you know, it's the crazy thing is it gets to a point where like you're wondering if you'll ever feel normal again, right? Mm-hmm. Like after coughing so much and needing cough drops and just your nose and stuff, you're like, do I remember what it's like to not feel like this? But I am grateful that I've gotten back to normal. So Hunter said, if I move, it's going to be in a van. Yeah, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't go. Hello, adventures. I know. Also, look, I'm one of those tiny house people. Like, let's chuck it all up, right? Because the less you pay for like a house, like we can like live and travel. You know, we can just stay different places. The more money we have for travel and experiences, right? So I go back and forth. But then again,
yes, you do.
If we're serious, then you know the only specific circumstance that it would take is if. Once again, those people that keep texting me, asking me if I'm interested in buying my house or selling my house, like once they give me like $1 million, then I would consider going somewhere else. So
fancy pants.
Yeah. So Sherry said, you do the schedule. You can only have so many speakers in a day with information, without information overload, or they trip over each other. Yeah. Or they start going into each other's time. You guys
you just ignore
I have Dr. Sivas on my list. But I will never get over like the low carb cruise, you know, like I loved the information he gave so much, but I'm truly concerned with his ability to stick to a schedule. And that's more important to me, you know?
Well, also it was your first heavy MC gig and you didn't know what role to take.
But
I think you now is a different you from then.
But I also don't want to have to be the person to slap the hand of like a celebrated doctor, like, sir, get off the stage. Well, plus, it'd be different. If it was Dr. Barry, I'd be like, Ken, let's go. But like, I don't have the relationship with Dr. Sivas to be like, no, Robbie, get off the stage. And I don't want to be that person. Like, I don't want to be the hall monitor. I don't want to be the gong smasher, you know? And so I was really grateful that most of the other speakers took that upon themselves. Like, oh, how much time I got? Oh, I'm almost done. You know, thank you. Because I don't want to have to be that person. Now I will. But I don't want to have to be. Yes, he did. He heard it beep and he said, oh, ridiculous. And then he literally kept going for twice the length of the presentation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember because literally when I think it wasn't just you, it was the whole room of people.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
people started leaving.
But see, that's the whole difference. There were also people that were like, I can't believe he took that much time. But then there were also people like, I could have listened to him talk all day. And I'm like, don't get me wrong. The information he was sharing was valuable and helpful, but the schedule must be adhered to. You know, there's order. And
well, also he was right before formal dining. Like if he was the after the day, like if he was the first speaker, maybe like if you got to put him in a different. He was the first one, But having him right before the cutoff, because people had to get dressed.
Yeah, it was just so much. So I love the information. Ended,
everybody ran out of the room.
I'm just like,
well, except like those 8 people who said, "I love this."
Brianna,
all other 52 was like,
we gotta go. Exactly. Brandon said the number of speakers is perfect, so we can get lunch and dinner. I also love how intense you are about everyone sticking to their allotted time. I mean, yes. Mary T said, doing Keto Palooza how you want to do is what makes a Keto Palooza. You're right. Speaking of Costa Rica, I may go on a trip there with my bestie, except it's early October. I'm so torn. Ooh, it's early October. As in, like, not Keto Palooza? Amy.
You can FaceTime.
Yeah. I mean, but here's one thing. Have you ever been to Costa Rica? Because if not, like, you've already been to Keto Palooza. You know what it's like. Like, take these once in a lifetime. Like, experience new things, is all I'm saying. We'll miss you, but, like.
This will definitely destroy your whole international vibe.
I know. Well, no. Once somebody comes once, it will forever be an international conference. So thank you. Mary T, you've already done your part. Like, I mean, thank you, right? And so that's kind of crazy. Or is it like the second week, but that's still a budget buster, so like coming to the Kentucky and then going, like, oh, could you go from Louisville to Costa Rica? Oh, it's a lot. So, yes. Drive. Jory said, as we donated and threw so much stuff away, and we still have, and we threw so much stuff away, and we still have so much stuff. I blame my husband. He wants to keep everything.
I don't want to keep everything, but you want to throw away. I'm at least the gatekeeper to be like, no, we need that can over there. No, hold on, slow down. Yes. Joyce said, since sometimes you from Iowa,
we have gotten rid of 90% of our belongings. Don't miss the clutter. Neither do
No, I'm definitely a throwaway person, but not to the degree you are.
Debbie's here, says, morning all.
Yeah, no, I have just a few
sentiments. So the only difference, the main difference between Richard and I, the main difference between Richard and I is Richard is still caught up in that notion of, well, we might need that one day. And I'm just like, if we haven't needed it in the past year, I don't care if we'll need it one day. We'll just go buy another one. And he's like, well, why would we buy another one when we already have it, right? Because to me, the value of not having that thing taking up the space, the emptiness is worth the money that it'll just take to go buy it again if we need it.
When we were throwing away our crock pot, you wanted to throw all of them away.
No, I did not. I wanted to throw all of them but one away.
Well, let's give the example where I wanted to keep it. Because I don't remember that example. What example that I wanted to keep something that you were like, we never use that?
I am not good on the spot, but don't worry. The next time we do that, this will be one of those.
We wanted to keep stuff that I use. Yeah. I don't never remember nothing we throw away just for getting rid of it, say.
Or you want to re-gift them. Like, oh, let's hold on to this. I could give it to somebody as a gift. Hoopnit said, I'm serious enough to call Zasada from Brian. I tell him he can stay here. I'll visit him. Yeah, we're gonna move away. Hop in the van. Let's go. Okay, B16 said he did stick to the schedule at the Hard to Kill Someone. I was surprised at Low Carb Cruise. Okay, good to know.
Yeah. You can't let one
Jim and Sheila said, but that was my only. Like, that was my only, I do recognize that was my first and only impression, but it might not have been how it is every time.
You need to have like
Jim and Sheila said, Jim and I have been passing this upper respiratory gunk back and forth for over a month. We're so tired of coughing and blowing. I mean, that's how it was, but we got through it. But like, quarantine, stay away from each other. I know the love is too strong.
So good.
Joe Ray said, I think you have the perfect amount of speakers. I just went to so many conferences last year and heard all the speeches before, except Amy Berger. Yeah, that's another thing. Just it's the same people. At least the same ones that I want to go to, but I don't mind that because I really don't go to the conference for the speakers. If anything, I go to like help out, be like, what y'all need me to do around here? So
I learn things.
Sherry said, book my room with a new keto friend roommate at KetoCom. That's amazing. See y'all there. You might need to get the old vaudeville hook to use for those long-winded speakers. I mean, we're literally going to play them off like it's the Oscars or something. Mary T said, never been to Costa Rica. Wish I could do both. It's in the universe. The universe will decide. I feel that. I'm okay with that. But just no offense if you end up choosing that. Yes. Lindsay's here. He says, hey, y'all. Hi.
Intriguing opportunity.
Brianna says, I have a hard time getting rid of kitchen stuff. Other stuff I can get rid of.
See, that's me. It's most of the kitchen. If anything you said I didn't throw away was probably a kitchen appliance or utensil that I didn't use in a couple of months.
Hoodness is OG. I used to be a hoarder in training. Now I see the error of my ways. It's still hard to let go of at times, but I feel so much better when it's gone. Yeah. I don't even remember. And also, I be throwing stuff away that he don't even know about. Because then I'm like, yeah, we might. If I run it by him, he'll be like, well, we might need that. I just throw it away. And then guess what? He doesn't know because we don't need it. So
Or we'll use it eventually.
Mary T said, Richard, I could, if I could count the times my husband said to me, you threw that out 2 years ago, then I'll find the stuff I threw out in the basement that he stashed away.
No, I'm definitely not doing that.
Come on now.
Definitely not doing that. He's throwing away
Alex
stuff.
is going nuts.
You like the bike stuff.
Joe Ray said, my husband is the same. He had a huge bin of cords. They don't belong to anything specific, but he might need them one day.
No, see, I'm a throwaway or two. I'm not that level. So
Bye,
I will
Joyce.
throw away stuff.
Yeah.
Bye, Joyce.
No, he does throw away stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Throw away everything.
I'm not saying he refuses to throw away anything. He just doesn't refuse to throw. He just refuses to throw away as much as me. Like, no, like out of 100 things, I'll throw away 94 of them. Richard's like a cool 80, which don't get me wrong.
I'll say 75.
Which is still better than zero, but like
or 50%.
There's a gap between like, no, there's so much we can still throw away. So that's how I feel. We just learning each other.
I know, but I definitely don't mind throwing stuff away. Getting rid of it and getting it out. I'm not a
stuff I really want to get rid of is old family heirlooms that I just don't care about, but I feel guilty. We kind of talked about that at work, like having like your great grandmother's old lace doilies that you're
when I say family heirloom, I mean like a picture or a paint. Like we ain't talking about 38 paintings or 65 pictures framed.
So like
there's a limit.
I feel the same way, but just take a picture of it and then get rid of the actual thing. The only thing that I have, which I know I'm being ridiculous, you can't see it, but back there's an umbrella stand that has a mermaid on it.
That is?
Yeah,
it was like
you put umbrellas. You put umbrellas in there. And my grandmother told me that was her great grandmother's umbrella stand. Like it's over 100 years old. And even though I don't know these people, I don't even know their name, but I'm like, we have to keep this in the family, you know?
Is it designed to drain?
I think there's a hole in the, yeah, exactly. I don't know how that works. Maybe we'll just put plants in it.
The old days.
But like, it's this huge ceramic thing that's over 100 years old. So I was like, let me take that, right? And we put it out of the way, so it's not really in the way. But if it were in the way or taking up space I didn't want, gone.
Been thrown away.
Yeah, so that's how I feel. Lenny said, my mother-in-law has every box that everything ever came in, even the baby bottles of my husband's. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
At that point, these are heirlooms. She should sell those on eBay. But what is with our generation having a hard time throwing away like phone boxes, like phone boxes and like tablet boxes? Like we have upstairs. Once again, we have a place for it though. We have all the boxes that the majority of our old phones came in.
It's just the current. Like I don't think we have like 3 year ago models. Like the current.
Brianna said, "What did you decide to do about your t-shirts?" I took pictures of some of them, and then after that, I was like, "I'm sick of this," and I threw the rest away. Like I was like, "Oh look, pictures of the t-shirts." Like I wasn't as sentimental about them.
Those immediately.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't as sentimental about them as I thought. I was just like, "Oh," and then I threw it away. So yeah.
I mean, you're in the t-shirt business now.
I was like, I just make new memories, you know, or just the final memory of that. Oh, I remember when this happened. That was so fun. And then I could set it out to sea, lay it to rest, if you will. Like that was all I really needed.
So adorable.
I don't ever need to be reminded about those experiences into perpetuity. Like it was just one final send off.
I mean, that's literally all what saving heirlooms is about.
Yeah. So
remembering stuff into perpetuity.
Yeah.
So it disintegrates on
you. Exactly. Like, but here's the thing. Like, here's what I don't have any tolerance for. It's like needless collections of things.
Like having a storage unit.
Looking at you, Aunt Beverly. No. Like her alarm clocks. Like, or what are they?
Grandfather clocks?
No, not grandfather clocks. They're just like clocks that have the time on them. Like,
but the ticking, like the old.
No, because a grandfather clock, I feel like, is that big thing.
Yeah, those are the big.
No, she just has like multiple. Like she has shelves. She has shelves full of clocks.
Are they like vintage?
I don't know. She just collects them, and I'm just like, Aunt Beverly, now what? And then one day we walked in that room. She's like, one day this will all be yours. I'm like, one day this will all be in an estate sale, bro. Like, what would I do with this?
At least they're not porcelain dolls.
And and here's the thing that I don't understand. She requests keychains from other people's vacations. Like, oh, you're going to Disney? Bring me back a keychain. Why? You didn't go.
Clocks and keychains.
Yes. I was like, but
Yay.
You didn't go? Like, you didn't, like, you're just gonna be like, oh yeah, that keychain is from when Autumn went to Disney. Like, what kind of joy does that bring you?
Her beautiful niece.
No.
She loves with all her heart and soul.
No.
Nope. She lives vicariously through you, so she has a mural.
Shauna said, I have 2 boxes of china belong to my grandma. I never even met. My father decided I need them. Yeah. A lot of people, we were talking about that at my job. A lot of people, it's just like their parents are passing on things to them from people that were important to their parents, but like they have no memory with. And I was like, you gotta let that go.
I will clock it to see if it's expensive.
Jerry said we kept a lot of boxes that kitchen appliances type things came in. My husband moved all the boxes without the appliances in them. Isn't that the point of keeping the boxes? Yeah, if you're gonna keep them, that's when you should put them back in the box when it's time to move them.
So just left the boxes there?
Or I don't know, threw them away, or brought them to the new house just to put the empty boxes in the new house
and then broke them down.
I generally only keep boxes within like the 90-day return period. Like I will, if I unbox something that's expensive, I'll keep the box in case we need to take it back.
Exactly. That's
although
the point,
to be honest, the way that things are so tightly packed when they come, there's no way you can even get that thing back into it like in the original way. Like, have you ever taken like a stand mixer out of a box with all of the crates, like all of the styrofoam, and then you try to put it back in the box don't close? You're like, how did they get it in here? Like, them things are tight seals, so you know, like it's crazy. Adorable. Don said, I buy a magnet when we go on vacation, but I don't want one from someplace I haven't been. Exactly. Like, we do Christmas.
I think it's definitely you're like the niece that she always dreamed of.
Oh, I'm like I'm the beneficiary everywhere.
So she just loves anything from you.
But no, it's from everyone. Oh yeah, this was when Russell went to Gatlinburg. What?
Never mind.
Like, who cares?
Never mind. Try to save her.
No.
She's unsavable.
No, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, we do Christmas ornaments from places we've gone. You know, like I don't need anything from someone else's vacation.
Everybody does different things.
Mary T said, we are soulmates in the collections. Why? My husband likes that too. Thousands of hockey cards, die-cast cards. Yes, boxes from phones, all in the basement. Exactly.
I mean, you
B16 said, my grandmother kept everything. If she went to a wedding, she kept the napkin. If she went to a funeral, she kept the funeral bulletin. Yes.
Yeah.
That's how my mom and grandma are too. I'm just
pretty sure everybody, I'm pretty sure all of them that way.
This random thing.
Cousin Kim probably the same way.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Beverly's the same way.
Weird.
You search they got all kind of.
Jerry said we get stuff from Costco a lot, so you can return those at any time. Yeah, that's the box dilemma. But you don't need the box in order to return it. Like, so just lift that thing up. Lift that thing up and take it back.
For me, I have a 6-month.
Jerry said yes about Christmas ornaments too.
3 to 6 month window for boxes.
Yeah, no, I got boxes from like my Samsung Galaxy like S14.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about.
Get rid of that. So yeah, just
you're holding on too much.
Yeah, so yeah.
I just have my previous phone or my current phone in a box. I keep throwing the other ones.
Shauna said, well, guilty. I asked for a deck of playing cards from family when they go on vacation. Currently, one niece in Germany, one in Ireland. I mean, you do you know? But like, and I used to collect playing cards. I actually used to collect decks of playing cards from places I've been. I just never collected souvenirs from other people's. But even then, I got over the playing cards. I might have a shoebox of those somewhere in my granny's house. Got rid of them. Like, they didn't make any sense anymore.
If you never get around to, like, especially when you go international, like I wouldn't mind playing cards from Ireland or something. When the last time you might not ever be there.
Yeah, you might not ever go there. Yeah,
I was like, I don't mind that. That's different than like.
I don't know playing cards from Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, these were your great grandmas playing cards. They dusty and falling apart. Like,
well, or if they're super old and they don't make them anymore. But like I'm saying, if I can actually go get these myself, Mom said, quit talking about your mama. I know, right? All of y'all are ridiculous, and that's why I'm not going to be that way, because all of y'all are ridiculous. Okay, I just received a 30-minute alarm. I got to go. I mean, we have so much stuff to do today.
Shirts, guys.
Like, I was literally up till 1 a.m, and I woke back up at 7:30. Yeah, and I can't.
When the last time you've been up at 1
And I can't be up till 1 a.m. tonight because I have to go to work tomorrow, right? So if I work hard right now for the next couple hours, I can knock it out early afternoon. So
and they won't see you again till next Sunday.
Till next Sunday, I will be back.
Advisory committee wants to do something.
Even then, y'all don't know how to set it up. Like, y'all are not going to do it. So, yeah. Okay, exactly. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.